Welcome to the Ice Age, a show where we fight to preserve the legacy of the internal combustion engine.
Let's talk about, because I'm sure a lot of you guys love R34 GTRs, right? But most ordinary people can't afford them. It would take me a lot of saving, many years, to be able to afford an R34 GTR at the price they're sitting at right now. Only problem is, they're not going to sit at the price they're at right now. So that's like trying to run up a waterfall. There's no point. So instead, what I propose to you is getting an R34 GTT between $35,000 and $50,000 and converting it into a GTR. But this can be quite expensive if you want to do it properly. Sure, you can get like an East Bear kit, fender overlays, fiberglass over the steel quarter panels and things like that. But what if you want to do it properly and do the drivetrain swap, the powertrain swap, and have everything mechanically feel like a GTR so that you don't feel like you're missing out on a really good automotive experience? Well, if you want to do that, you do still need to put forward a whole bunch of cash. So let's say you spend $35,000 on the R34 GTT. Well, in order to do the exterior conversion, you've got to cut out the rear steel fenders of the GTT and weld in the wider R34 GTR quarter panels and put in the gas lid and all that good stuff. Do some modifications to the wheel wells, make sure that the fitment's good. Then you've got to change bumpers, tail lights, side skirts, hoods, and a whole bunch of other things, badges. And then you've still got to paint the car and all sorts of other things, make sure the windows are sealed properly. And if you go through Okubo factory in Japan, who does a very good job at this, they're also very well known for doing R34 GTR sedan cars, which look fantastic, especially if you like sedan R34s. This will cost you about $30,000 as of right now. Prices might go up, so keep that in mind. But it will cost about $30,000 to do a complete conversion. And if you want to swap in the RB26 to OEM factory quality and configuration and have it look exactly like a GTR engine bay, it's about the same price of $30,000. So you're really spending $95,000, but you do still save money kind of in the long run by not spending $120,000. Granted, a lot of that is going to be the RB26 swap looking stock factory OEM. You don't need to do that. You could put an RB30 in there and build it and make all kinds of crazy horsepower and be fine. I would recommend putting some kind of GTR drivetrain in there. So if you want it to be like a factory OEM GTR, it will be about $95,000, but you're still saving money because it would still cost more to buy an R34 GTR and then build that the way you want it, higher horsepower and all that sort of crap. So in the long run, you're still saving money, but it's still a pretty big chunk of change. You're buying the car for 35 grand, and it's like a really bad financing situation where every payment, you got two payments and both of them are $30,000, which is a bit intense. But I will say, I had a conversation on Instagram with Brian over at Top Rank, and he said that the labor for doing the quarter panels, if you wanted to just do the quarter panels and then bring the car over to the US, like how I kind of want to do, you can do the quarter panels. The labor is about $10,000, and then it's $3,000 of parts per side, so it's about 16 grand. So personally, what I'll probably do is get, a $35,000, $40,000 GTT, do the quarter panels over in Japan, have it come over to the US and do the rest of the visual and performance work here, because that should be fine. But I will say this, the neat thing about Okubo Factory, here is a picture of a Midnight Purple 2 or Midnight Purple 3, I can't remember, R34 GTT with the full exterior conversion. It's been painted, the suspension's been done, the wheels have been done, it even has an exhaust on it. Everything's been done, and that's the $30,000. So about half of all the work is just the rear quarter panels. That is the most complicated part of the entire conversion. The rest, much more straightforward.